Hey everyone, this is a build update for the InWin H-frame build. I just got the parts back yesterday from the powder coating. I powder coated parts of the front, these blades specifically. This green was powder coated to match the green acrylic, not so much the green mounting hardware, which is totally a different shade of green. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do about that. I may just have these powder coated separately, maybe not. The powder coating shop I took it to didn't really follow my instructions of not doing the mounting tabs. So I had a lot of sanding, a lot of grinding just to put the case back together. And these bars that hold up the case, I don't know if I can, yeah, you can see here, these bars that where all the panels go into, there's very little clearance. And once you have a layer of paint on it or whatever, it's not going to go back in. So you need to sand the areas that need to go back in, or you need to sand the bar itself, which is made of aluminum. So none of it is fun. I think it came out pretty well. I did not exactly the same all the way throughout. You'll notice only 3 blades here because I felt these 2 blades are super short. No one's going to see them. It's not going to look as effective, right? So I think it came out pretty nice. From the inside view, you can see that it looks different for sure over here. And I think that's a good look. You know, thicker over here, a little thinner towards the rear, you know, works out well. And outside of that, I've sleeved the bottom parts, the bottom wires for the LEDs, which that's why that's hanging there. And this is kind of a mock acrylic panel I have going on here. My original plan was to do a cover that covered the entire back. Then I realized that would create some issues for me for my other custom pieces that would mount here. So it's still a maybe, I'm not too sure. I'm going to pretty much mount the wires here and all the cabling. Maybe I'll have one wire here from the front. So it's not a huge deal. I can still, you know, put it against the back. So this is just sticker cover paper. So obviously it doesn't look like this at the end. This is a mock-up, like I said. So things can still change. I originally was gonna make my own cables like I always do. But Cable Mod has decided to help support this project. So on their own voluntary, so I guess I'll give it a shot. I've never had Cable Mod Custom Pro cables ordered by length, so I will find out how they are compared to, you know, handmade ones. Tricky part is with the handmade ones, what you can do is you can plug it in, then you can run the wire, and then you can just cut it, and then you could do the other end, and it's kind of easy to get that exact length you want. With custom ordering, they're not going to be able to do each cable by length, right? So the cable that comes here for the 8-pin versus the cable that comes here for the 8-pin is going to be 2 different lengths to get to here, right? So we're just going to have to go off pretty much the longest measurement to try to get as clean as possible. Aside from that, I'm also waiting for my monoblock to show up from EK. EK is also sponsoring this build, as I mentioned before. And I'm also waiting for 3090 FE block, which is sometime. They're all supposed to show up this month. I'm going to be doing a mixture of the fittings, so it's not going to be a solid color fitting to kind of match this gray. Gray. This is Bengal gray. This is Granny Smith apple, and just a mash of gray, green, silver, just so everything kind of correlates well together. Yeah, so that's just a quick update of how this is going. There's a lot of work to do. I'm not set on how I want to run the tubing here. Obviously the tubing will help decide exactly which custom pieces get cut and how they get cut and where they get cut. So a lot of it is in the air still. It helps to have parts on hand, so when that comes I can definitely start scheming some more. But overall, you know, I like the look. I think this definitely touches it up a bit with the silver and the green. I originally was actually going to do like a black purple, and I decided I wanted to keep it green. I liked it green, but I didn't want to have an H-frame that looked like everybody else's, because that's just boring, right? I mean, granted, there's not that many of them to begin with. I just wanted something different. And so I like the end result. It's not too much, just touches. And I think sometimes when I try to do something clean, touches is what you need, not overhauls. Overhauls are kind of different. I think those are more for theme builds. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and stay tuned. I just want to thank everybody for, you know, paying attention, checking out my stuff. But yeah, so take care and stay safe.